Hello, Miriam at the Bureau with your national weather forecast for tomorrow, Tuesday the 24th of February. Taking a look at our weather map for tomorrow, we can see a low pressure system sitting over southeastern parts of the Northern Territory, with a couple of low pressure troughs extending towards the southeast and back across the west. These weather features are going to drive much of the wet weather across the country tomorrow, particularly that low pressure system. Rain, thunderstorms, heavy falls and flooding will be ongoing in the vicinity of this low. It's part of an ongoing severe weather event, so we have issued a dedicated severe weather update video with all the details around this situation. Elsewhere across the country, we've got a cold front crossing the southeast, helping to draw that moisture south across Victoria. We've also got a high pressure system sitting over the Bight, extending more settled conditions through some southern parts of the country. We're also likely to see a little bit more of that settled weather for parts of the east coast. Let's take a state-by-state look at tomorrow's forecast now, starting with Queensland. Rain and thunderstorms continuing across much of northern and western Queensland tomorrow, with the risk of heavy falls from the northeast pushing across those western districts as well, including many of those areas which are already seeing significant riverine flooding. More settled weather is on the way for inland and southeastern parts of Queensland, with some sunnier skies for our Tuesday. A few showers continue up the east coast, however, with not too much expected in the gauges for those areas. For Brisbane, we're looking at a shower or two and a top of 30 degrees. In New South Wales tomorrow, a few patchy morning fogs are through the east, then a mostly sunny day, hot and dry for many. We've got high fire dangers for parts of the northern and central ranges and adjacent western slopes, and low intensity heat waves continuing for some of our eastern areas, although they will be on the easing trend. A few very light isolated showers through the east as well, a little bit more scattered through the northeast, but low rainfall totals are expected in those areas. A bit of a different story further west, however, and across the southern inland, where this low pressure trough will help to drive rain and the risk of flooding through those areas. For Sydney though, we're looking at a mostly sunny day with a top of 30 degrees. Down in Canberra, mostly sunny with a top of 33. In Victoria tomorrow, rain and thunderstorms developing statewide as a low pressure trough drags moisture down from areas further north and a cold front moves through later. We are likely to see the risk of heavy falls across much of the state, including around the Melbourne area, so flash flooding is a risk for many areas tomorrow. The rain will gradually shift eastwards through the day, but it will remain fairly cloudy throughout. For Melbourne, we're heading for showers and possible thunderstorms, a top of 26 degrees. In Tasmania tomorrow, patchy fogs through some central areas, then a mild and mostly sunny day. A little bit of cloud developing in the northeast later with rain and thunderstorms possible, and a little bit of cloud developing through the west and southwestern areas with a few showers there. For Hobart though, it will be a sunny day with a top of 24 degrees. In South Australia tomorrow, rain and thunderstorms continue across much of the northeast and those northern inland areas. Heavy falls and flooding will be ongoing, including for many areas which have already seen significant flooding over the weekend. Some showers will try to push towards the southeast, but low rainfall totals are expected through there. Otherwise, across southern and western parts of South Australia, fairly dry and sunny conditions are expected, but it could be a little bit windy in some parts. For Adelaide tomorrow, a mostly sunny day and a top of 28 degrees. In Western Australia tomorrow, hot, dry and mostly sunny across much of those southern and central districts. We are likely to see high fire dangers continuing through much of the Southwest Land Division, the Gascoyne and the Goldfields. Further north, we are likely to see rain and thunderstorms continuing, mainly through the Kimberley and northern interior. The risk of heavy falls and flooding will continue for some. We could also see some isolated showers or thunderstorms pushing down the west coast along this trough, but they're not likely to bring too much rainfall to the gauges. For Perth tomorrow, a sunny day with a top of 36 degrees. Across the Northern Territory tomorrow, areas of rain, showers and thunderstorms continue for most areas, particularly around this low pressure system and this trough arcing back through central districts. Heavy rainfall and flooding once again a risk, mainly around that low pressure system, and we do have extensive flood watches current for much of the territory. In fact, the only part of the territory which is likely to see a drier day tomorrow could be the Lassiter district in the far southwest. For Darwin tomorrow, showers on the way and a top of 32 degrees. Now, you can find your detailed forecast via the Bureau's website, the BOM weather app and via our social media. Have a great day and we'll catch you next time.